Yuan Tong Ling Ming. Another day, another moment in the universe. Another Yuan Ming Free Flow web class. The next moment, next week, there won't be a web class because the European retreat, well, not the European retreat, it's without Janse, but it's from European teachers. It's for 3 days, 29, 30 and 31st of January. I have put the link into my email send out about the class yesterday. So if you're interested to participate and you haven't yet signed up, you can do that over that link and spend 3 days with many Ranger practitioners. If it's working with your time zone. So because it's those 3 days, I won't hold a class, but you will get your access to the Ranger Chi field via some other teachers of Ranger. So today we're going to highlight the information of avoiding and hiding, or to work with the pattern avoiding and hiding. Maybe you ask yourself why, because we already have been working with that 2 weeks already, and because the yearly retreat with Janse was online, after we have done the 2 avoiding and hiding classes, we actually spent 4 weeks altogether with the avoiding and hiding pattern and daily Ling Yuan practice. Now we are a few more patterns down the flow, and in the teacher's manual, that's when now avoiding and hiding would actually happen. So I put that to step 1, or to our pattern, the first pattern we worked on together in the Yuan Ming Free Flow web class. It has a few specific reasons. Avoiding and hiding is, as we've heard in the information of Janse, about the own insecurities resulting from fears and certain experiences that we had, very much closely connected to the social structures in our life and our social environment, the social groups we are part of, our role in that social group or in different types of social groups. In one form, so that would be more the overt form. And the covert form is more about things we dislike about ourselves and try to either not see ourselves or are behaving differently towards the outside because we don't like them in ourselves. So we're trying to be either suppressing them or over-expressing them also when we think this is something that others want of us. And also especially, the things we do not like about ourselves or where we think we want to be different. So this is just a short a short, how do you say that, conclusion, a short overview. That's the word I was looking for. It's a short overview about what we've worked on when we worked, you know, with the information from the manual. Today, so this is kind of like the avoiding and hiding pattern. We could, or I would like to define this for now, just for the sake of our discussion right now, as the clear-cut way about avoiding and hiding, the direct way of viewing this pattern, or the specific aspects of avoiding and hiding viewed from the self perspective, viewed from the false self, so the more limited awareness, because it's mostly coming from the mind. Today, we are going to take time to expand a little bit from the understanding, the point of perspective, or the awareness about avoiding and hiding. And we are going to put a lot of focus on calm, on relaxation, and on deeper unification, on deepening our state of Ling Yuan all together. And so allowing us to practice together a sinking deeper into unification, because we have been working on quite a few patterns. And today, when we work with avoiding and hiding, or the whole week over until actually 2 weeks again, until next web class, the unification, the experience of unification is, we could say, taken away by that pattern in itself. So we want to look at avoiding and hiding from this bigger perspective, which is like the pattern of avoiding and hiding is like an umbrella. And under this umbrella, all the other patterns have their space to be hidden from ourselves. So avoiding and hiding is the interesting pattern to look at, because a little bit like negativity, it is involved with every other pattern. So every other pattern can be active because avoiding and hiding is active, is activated, is happening. In psychology, they call it the subconsciousness, consciousness, and superconsciousness. So everything that has to do with subconsciousness, that's what we would call the pattern of avoiding and hiding, meaning everything that we are not aware of is happening within us, but also as a bigger picture of totality. So because of the pattern of avoiding and hiding as an umbrella, with all the patterns activated or functioning through this not being aware, through this avoiding and hiding, we are not aware of the total reality of the universe, the total reality of chi, the total reality of human life and the laws involved. So the total reality, meaning Tao, the law of the universe. How can you mainly work on that to improve this awareness? The two simple steps of Ren learning, studying, and then practicing, so application. And the last few classes, the fundamental patterns, there is a lot of information. So there's a lot of listening, right? There is a lot of information coming in, and we didn't have much time to simply practice and sinking deeper and deeper into the very special chi field of unification of Ling Yuan, the eighth method. Now, because only so much can be done in one day, and also only so much information can be taken on. And often, when we hear or listen to a lot of information, of course, the mind is involved. The mind is also that aspect of our entire consciousness, of entire human consciousness, where the false self is being formed in. The false self are the false identifications about ourselves, about others, about our surroundings, about chi, about the universe. And in a way, see, this is all got to do with the avoiding and hiding pattern. So the false self uses this ability to hide away things from our awareness. It does that for a few reasons. One reason is to save energy. If we don't have to be aware of everything all the time, without the awareness of chi, and that chi is continuously supplied to us. So without this awareness, we would be overwhelmed energetically all the time. We would use way too much information, as we wouldn't be able to exist. Because our physiology has to be run also by our consciousness. So part of that, the pattern avoiding and hiding, or let's say the mind uses the automatization of certain tasks. It uses information to form an automatization of certain tasks. So that's one reason to save energy. And the other reason is to one of the false selves, let's say one of the mind's jobs is to run our physiology. Yes. And one of that part, or a big part of that, is our survival. The triggering of and the switch between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. So from the healing, calm, and growth mode of the nervous system to the fight, flight, and run system. So basically, the mind thinks it has to do this job all the time, instead of when the bus is coming on the street and you happen to stand on the street and then you see the bus coming, you're going to jump out of the street. So the mind has to activate, the blood supply, pump it into your legs to make you jump away. So you are able to jump away. And in the olden days, when we had to, when we used to fight a lot, we humans also, the wonder is how old are those days, or how far away are those days. We had to fight a lot to survive. And so it became a very active mode, a very strong way of functioning. So the mind's job is also to keep you safe. Unfortunately, it has taken over through scary things, through things that used to hurt us, for things that used to be dangerous for us. And now the mind thinks that's its job too. And that's why we call that part of the mind the false self. It tries to not make you, or it tries to, okay, let me sort this out in English. The mind tries, the false self tries for you not to come in contact with things, thoughts, feelings that the false self, or that part of the mind that's job it is to keep us safe, decides. So that part decides that these thoughts or feelings are dangerous because they used to be dangerous once or twice. And so everything that has to do with that, it draws into either not being aware, into the depth of our consciousness, into the awareness of, I'm not aware, I don't know, I cannot remember. And so we can live our day-to-day life without continuously thinking, I'm afraid of the tiger, I'm afraid of the tiger, when you're in the middle of the city, for example. Yeah. And so it wouldn't serve so much to be continuously aware of the tiger, be scared of the tiger. But of course, this isn't serving us very well, because how are we going to get over our fears? How are we going to overcome our fears? How can we, if we don't look at the things and if we don't know what we can look at, if we don't even remember, or we aren't aware that we're even scared of this or that, because it is hidden in layers as well. So, like stacked on top of each other. And those are also the different patterns stacked on top of each other, and all sort of function under this avoiding and hiding pattern, or through this avoiding and hiding pattern, through the mechanism of the mind trying to protect us of everything that it decides is scary or painful. And so we looked at this a lot during the last few patterns, right? The fixed expectations, the false assumptions, the negativity, the greed, the self-centeredness, polarized thinking, overgeneralization, and of course, the unfounded suspicions. So we will throw in avoiding and hiding on and off, whatever the G field tells us. So I haven't planned this. This is just when I connected with the G field for class, this was like, okay, this is what needs to happen. We need to come and just follow the manuals right now and work on hiding and avoiding again. So when I prepared for class 2 days ago, I practiced with the biggest picture of connecting with self-centeredness and avoiding and hiding as one. And that was like 2 hours in a very deep unification state, a deeply unified state. And after that, I was, let's say, in a very good state, um, almost euphoric, very clear, full of hope and courage and strong determination. And then I had to prepare for a web class, and I was like, okay, what am I going to write about avoiding and hiding for the send out of the email? And then what you read, maybe or not, the Declaration of Independence. So my Declaration of Independence came out, my vow. It was like, because, sorry, in my Ling Yuan practice just beforehand, there was this conversation started up between the false and the true, and um, so I found myself writing down what had come up in practice before, and then I thought avoiding and hiding. What do I? And then just the declaration came up, and then somehow the information. It was actually interesting the day where the new president of the US came on, which I'm usually not connected to at all, but I guess there was a big breather going all over the globe on that day. So I must have connected with that information as well. And um, then I jokingly called it Declaration of Independence. Um, so I am going to use this now. I'm going to read it out to us. I hope you can use it for yourself as well. Um, because the avoiding and hiding and all the other patterns are they're so stubborn and so incessant, right? Because they're so automatic. And so from now on, we're going to go and just practice, basically. So it's probably going to be a little bit shorter today, the web class. I'll see how we go. And we will gonna take a long time for the preparation today, which is half of the practice. 3/4 of the practice, even maybe. The deeper your unification, the more access you have to the true self, and the more information you will receive. So the preparation of Ling Yuan practice is a very significant part of the practice itself. Yeah. The relaxation and especially the chi field building to be in connection with all the information we need so that we can surrender to the true and can face everything. So we basically dismantle the avoiding and hiding to a degree through unification. And that's what happens in the building of the chi field, in the preparation part for Ling Yuan. Yeah. And because we didn't have so much time for this in the last few weeks, because there's so much information that we have to take care of. So today, that's what we are going to do together. So if you can please sit up. Get yourself ready for practice. Looking straight forward. Take some time for this. Just keep looking straight forward on this one point ahead of you and allow your vision to relax there. This is a wonderful exercise. Keep looking ahead. This is a wonderful exercise. for allowing the mind to focus as well, and allowing yourself to become aware there is a consciousness behind the mind or around the mind, the consciousness that is bigger than the mind. And you become aware of this because you're looking at this one spot and your mind wants to go here and there, and it wants to think of this and that, and it wants to, maybe get things done, these and those things. But your consciousness goes, no, come back to this one point. So if you find yourself stressed or stuck in a pattern, maybe an emotional pattern, anger, impatience, stress under time pressure, some worries, and you cannot do practice at that very moment, and in the moment you're not able to unify with your heart either because you are being taken over by the pattern, then you can do this. Go ahead and look straight ahead at this one point, and don't allow your consciousness or your mind to do anything else. Keep bringing it back to this point, gently, but with, with determination. All there is to do right now is to look at this one point. You can blink. There's a lot of chi gathering at this point that you're looking at. And you actually might become aware of the avoiding and hiding pattern in action when you do this. Because while you are looking at this point, the false self wants to drag you away. It doesn't want to surrender its control to the consciousness. And an expanded consciousness is then the true self. And while you are looking at this place, maybe you have experienced already a change within you. Your whole state has changed. Time and space is changing. Can you see how maybe the things underneath the point that you're looking at are disappearing or around, and how your thinking, racing mind has turned into, I don't know quite what to do, but I'm calmer. Can you feel that you are more connected to the inside of your head and yourself already? Maybe you have already turned into chi, and all of this because the false self has to surrender to the true self consciousness already, while you are dictating it this way, directing it this way, guiding it this way, to keep looking at this one spot. There has been a big change in the chi field already. Maybe you have become aware of it as well. It is a really quite magical exercise of the simplest form. And 30 seconds to a minute often can break through the false to the true and the awareness of the total reality. So this is fantastic in your working life. If your working life is not teaching Renshe yet, it's fantastic in your family life, in your busy day-to-day life. This is an amazing way to calm down. And now gently, gently draw back the vision in through the eyes. Look into the center of your head and gently close your eyes. Now, what you see inside of your head, many of you can maybe now see chi inside your head, because now there is lots of lights, very bright lights. This is chi, one form. If you don't see it yet, that's okay. It will come later then in your development. Now relax your whole body. Slowly scan your head and your face. See if you have been lifting from Bai Hoi. If not, gently draw in your chin, relax your neck, and allow Qi to lift you at Bai Hoi. Your shoulders and neck are hanging down from Bai Hoi. You are sinking into relaxation step by step. Keep relaxing your whole body. And where you feel some tension, go ahead and gently adjust your body or send some chi there, unifying with this place. Sinking deeper and deeper into unification through relaxation. This part of relaxing, lifting from Bai Hui and relaxing down, is a very powerful Qi opening method for your spine. So maybe you have to adjust it a little bit. Maybe it is elongating. Relax. And then see if you have lifted Hui Yin to lower Dantian. Lift Hui Yin to lower Dantian. And then empty yourself through turning into Qi. Your whole awareness has become Qi. You are aware that you are a Qi field person, that you are a Qi field. And then expand out as yourself. You, the chi field, opens out into the universe. Keep expanding out. Keep expanding and use your consciousness to identify with the universal chi. The whole universe has turned into chi, and you have mixed with the universal chi. You have fully dissolved into the Yuan chi, the original chi of the universe. Enjoy this for a moment. There is no distinction anymore between you or the universal chi. You are formless. You are the chi of the universe in its original form. Enjoy the state in which there is no time, no space. You simply are. Now from all directions, come on back to a chi-filled person. Identify yourself as a chi-filled person. Very bright chi, a little undefined, and you are hovering in the universal chi. You are floating in the center of the universal original Yuan chi. And it is streaming into you. It is filling you. And it will continue to fill you throughout the entire practice and beyond. Take a moment and feel the chi streaming in, streaming into you, the chi field you. Everything that was unhealthy has transformed into healthy and pure. Inside of you is everything bright because all you are is chi that is being filled with even more chi. Chi is abundant. flowing freely and utterly healthy, original, and pure. Very gently allow your awareness to focus in on lower dantian. Now there is three chi fields: the universe, the universal chi, your chi field body, and your lower dantian. Now feel chi breathing in. With the inhale, chi is flowing in your dantian. And with the exhale, your dantian is expanding a little bit. Keep feeling your lower dantian chi being filled and expanding. Do dantian breathing. All there is the movement of the chi in dantian. And the contraction and expansion of dantian with the inhale and exhale. Dantian Qi is abundant. Gently allow your Dantian Qi to rise up now to Xinling, your heart consciousness. Feel it streaming out. It continuously will still gather in Dantian, but now it also is rising up to Xinling. In Xinling, expand out into the heaven, the whole universe, and the Qi field of Renshe globally. Connect with the Qi field of the planet Earth. Everything is Qi, okay? Connect to the information of all that lives on Earth, water, air, creatures, plants, minerals, all in Qi. So heaven, earth, and human connect with all the humans of the world, in all the spaces and all the continents. Gather all the 8 billion people as Qi persons from all the continents and put them into one Qi person in front of you. And now realize and remember that this Qi person is a true self. All humans have a true self and are a true self underneath the patterns. Heaven, earth, and humans are all teachers with infinite wisdom. I open my Shin Men, the door to the heart, to trust and love them all unconditionally. Now go ahead and make heaven the chief of the universe, earth, all the creatures and existences on earth, and all the humans, the chi field person in front of you, put it all inside of you. Put it all inside your Xinling. This is wide open, it all can fit inside there. Go ahead and feel trust into them. With gratitude in my heart, I receive their love and wisdom. Now, establish gratitude. Be grateful for the universe, the law, and the Chi field. Be grateful for the beautiful air, sunshine, oceans, mountains, grasses, and lands. Be grateful for all the love and support you ever received from any human and you still will receive. Be grateful that the law of a human life is the ability to become your true self, free and healthy. And now unify with the gratitude, meaning you are becoming one with the gratitude. Expand your Shin Ling, your heart, upwards. Become one with Shen, E, your consciousness, and Shin, your heart. My Shen, E, and Shin are fully aligned with the light of Tao. Surrender to the laws of the universe. With Gongqing, realization and wisdom are arising. Feel the awe-inspiring humility towards all these amazing mechanisms and existences and manifestations. To Tao, now observe your state, be one with your state. This is Gongqing, and with it wisdom are arising. Now all of this is your true self. You are the universe. You are the chi field. You are earth. And you are all the humans. I am the light and one with the light of the wisdom of the universe. Now just be in this state of unification. Can you feel this incredible creativity and the desire to change yourself? Your state of being has completely changed to before the preparation. Now you get to hang out in this state. Now have a conversation to your false self. In this state, you have access to it. In this state, you are unified and you are closer to your true self. Now, gently repeat the words inside of you. Have a beautiful, loving conversation to your false self, with your false self. I will no longer avoid and hide. I will do. Here is my declaration of independence from you, the false. You, the false, have no chance. Not forever, not for always. Just not. You, the false, cannot have me in your claws. I will dismantle you with leniency, care and gentleness, with compassion and an ever-growing sense of responsibility and wisdom until you recede to do the job that is yours to do, like running my heartbeat, breathing me, remembering how to chew, swallow, and digest, reading and writing, building and driving my cells and my car, making fire and shelter. For these automatisations, you ever have my respect and gratitude. That is big, strong, and true. Inner resistance or not, hesitation or not, inertia or not, no matter the doubt, no matter the running attempts, no matter how many fantastical recent explanations you come up with, I will face one fear after another, one aspect of any unhealthy pattern after another, step by step, little by little, incrementally, no matter what is put in my way. I am not your hostage. I will mercilessly keep reducing the sick and the false. The false has no chance. This I vow. This is me, a heart which is purifying more with each moment in existence, rising as well to inspire and support others, trumpeting out a peaceful war cry of hope, determination, clarity, strength, incessant courage, awareness, and a continuous supply of an exponentially increasing power of love, trust, and awe. This is me. Now, with your heart moved and open, expand once again your Shin Ling upwards to unify with Shen. Your heart is the best inquirer with questions about avoiding and hiding. Everything that keeps you from not being your true self. Inquire about it now, and your Shen Yi, with its infinite potential and power and access to the universe and wisdom, it will answer you. And you will transform from the false to the truth. Do you recognize avoiding and hiding? What manifestations does this pattern have? Your heart is asking, which are the reasons for existence, and also the causes and effects, the possible development and the formation of this pattern. Please show me. Dear Shen, please show me. I trust you. Please also show me the possible negative effects. I have all the courage in the world to look at this. Please, Shen, show me. And what are the possible replacement informations? What can I use instead of avoiding and hiding? What is my determination in regards of what to do with this pattern? Please show me my courage and my strength and my determination. Now allow your Shen to bring you information about all these questions until we later on will then confirm and accept and affirm through the Wushin together. Allow yourself to go forth and back with the questions and just let the information stream in while you are sinking deeper and deeper into unification. Just sit and keep repeating the questions if nothing is coming. Keep bringing your focus back to the question. You can flow freely between the questions You might have to come back to one question after you have received an answer for another question. Simply flow freely between the questions and answers, forth and back. Flow freely. Gently come back to your heart consciousness, your Ling. Now affirm all the positive information, your determination to change. It has all transformed already, and trust. Trust your realizations. Trust this information more than anything else. This is true information. Trust all the information you found. And if you haven't found any information, then trust that it will come after this practice. Tomorrow, next week, in 2 months, in 2 years. Trust the deep, unified, deeply relaxed state you have experienced. Trust the silence inside of you. It has dismantled the avoiding and hiding somewhat or fully. Trust your connection with the information and your state, the silence within. Now accept all the new information and invite those new patterns to take a hold of you. Invite those new patterns into your life as the newer, healthier patterns they will be, because they come from the true. Now invite all the new healthy patterns with love into your life. Love the changes. Love the process. If information comes later or has already come to you, love the new information. Trust it and just be with it. Allow it to be. This is truer than what you were before. So there is no problem in loving it and trusting it unconditionally. Affirm all of the information or the deep silent state with gratitude. Gratitude that you can experience unification. Gratitude that you have seen something, realized something. Gratitude for all the changes that will come from it in the future. Either the silence or the information. Both is equally accepted and welcomed. And the changes will happen so you can be grateful. And then invite with awe, humility, and true respect all these changes into your life once more. Gongqing. It's amazing what you have seen, become aware of, and realized. Or it is amazing what you have experienced, the level of unification and silence. Then expand your heart out to the universe one more time with trust, in complete openness, unconditional love, and gratitude, and total Gongqing, and draw it all back to your Shinling, to the Qi field. And now store the whole Qi field of today's practice deep inside. From now on, you are this. The truer self. And then gently open your legs. Draw Qi to Dantian and rub your kidneys from the universe. Bring Qi into the kidneys from the Qi field. Rub it into your kidneys and then gently vibrate Qi down your legs. The information, the Qi and the Qi field are opening all the channels in your legs. Vibrate Qi down to your ankles, the feet, and up inside. Vibrating Qi and information deep inside. And coming to Dantian, nourishing Qi in Dantian. Awareness in Dantian. And then gently rub your hands together to gather Qi, to do your head and face. Go ahead and do your head and face, sending Qi in through your eyes and sinuses. the whole brain, your ears, pardon me, your ears. Tap Chi in to Bai Hui and U Chen, deep inside, all the way to your core. And then massage your earlobes, pull your earlobes, and gently open your eyes. How do you feel? We have practiced Ling Yuan not too long, but maybe longer than you might be used to. I hope you have experienced a beautiful time of unification. Thank you. May this practice, if it was longer than you usually practice Ling Yuan, maybe it was deeper than you usually can get with Ling Yuan. May this Ling Yuan be the first of many like this for you, which is the path to the true self. I see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. And Yuan Tong Ling Ming.